Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another brand new reaction video. And yes, before this video begins, please be sure to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified. That way you won't miss a single video that comes on this channel. And yes, I'm yours truly to be, as myself is, and will to be, is Golden Devin-Foxy Remastered again. That's right, the second king of Five Nights at Freddy's has returned. So, anyway, before we get to all the jump stuff, before we do all that now exactly, is that I actually did want to let you guys know, apparently, that I finally defeated Glitch Trap the second time while escaping him, apparently, which is not the fight, probably. It was the first one. That was probably the one. Like, he went after me, chasing me while I was pretty much in Help Wanted non-VR world, apparently, with him as Glitch Trap. Apparently, that was going to pretty much, I don't know, go after me, apparently. But so far, Golden Freddy actually saved me before I got into the teleporter before that happened. So that's pretty much the good news so far. And then, yeah, so all I want to let you guys know that, yes, the one true thing is that I am actually going to be, like, officially taking a break from, like, the Five Nights at Freddy's games for a while and a bit, apparently, which I'm not saying it's permanently. I'm just saying it's only a while that it's going to be that happening soon. So, yeah, that's all I had to let you guys know about, and just tell you guys what I'm just talking about in the end of, like, the part that was actually to be is part 19 before I actually mentioned it in the text box, apparently, in the end. So for those, again, who probably would understand why I'm taking a break a little bit from the Five Nights at Freddy's games, is that I'm probably am recently taking a break from it a little bit, so that way I can just focus on other stuff and just get things out as possible as I can. Which, yes, the continuation on the list still continues with the gameplays that still continues. Before, the only thing that could happen is that, yeah, hopefully so. The FNAF Plus season thing is going to happen momentarily, and it will probably get started soon, around like May-ish, that it might probably happen. So we may never know what happens when I'll have it ready or have it fully announced and ready to be released. And yes, it can still happen by only 800 or 900 subscribers more for the season to be released with the green big thumbs up, 100% approved, which means it might be closer as we all might think, and may have to wait until we think how that's going to happen soon. So yeah, we may have to just do a little guessing for a while and a bit until that happens fully to be released. So yeah, that's all I want to let you guys know about, and just tell you guys what was going on, apparently, how I finally defeated Glitch Trap and finally beat FNAF Help Wanted non-VR, which I finally punched it in the face and actually won, apparently, and yet to still be called the second king of Five Nights at Freddy's, which I actually did a pretty decent job so far in winning that, apparently, and did very well to get out of there. Which, good thing Golden Freddy did save me on the nick of time before he could try to, like, assist Springtrap or Puppet to help me for my assistance before that could have happened. So that's still a good thing. But anyways, all I'm saying is that, well, I guess I won't get to see Glitch Trap for any longer, a little bit, because, I mean, he's going to probably be hiding around the shadows, as he mentioned the other part in the parody, that he might be hiding in the shadows for quite a time in a while, to pretty much just have the next plan whenever I go into the next gameplay of the next FNAF gameplay. That might probably still be in the same continuation of the timelines and order of the gameplay. So that's probably a bit of the info that Glitch Trap is probably planning as of soon to be, I guess, until I'm out of the break, apparently, of that. So, anywho, without that being said, it is time we're going to get started with this reaction video and get this completely finished and have it done. And then, of course, after a few reaction videos, I might finally get Slenderman vs. Freddy gameplay to start up and get that ready. And then finally, Mortal Kombat. Special Forces. Yep, that will be next, apparently, for those to be starting up, so those might happen soon. Anyway, that being said, it's time we begin this, and it's time we start this here and right now. In three, two, one, and let's go. And oh, yes, in the usual way, I might have to say it every time, as always, is whenever these four things you guys have to do anyway, is remember this: like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified. That way, you won't miss a single video that comes straight into this main channel or my separate channels alike. Anyway, go ahead and subscribe to the original person who did the most amazing job. Well, he got pyro to face against another character that was so-called to probably be like, I don't know, a chicken mask apparently that has a bit of a chicken mask around his face. So yeah, it's the same person who actually did the video, but this time I'm going to react to an interesting video that happens right here is the Scout versus Jake. Yeah, that's probably the guy's name with the B. So, pretty much. Anyway, that being said, I'm going to just say Scout versus Jake. Anyway, let's begin this rap battle starting in 3, 2, 1. And let's begin the video. And oh yeah, my money's on Scout. Hopefully he'll try to win it, but let's see. In 3, 2, 1, start. Yeah.
Real quick, I gotta ask you a question. Put me get this pipsqueak who's gotta settle for second. Just the best in the fashion, running the show for 2 decades. Everyone know who he's talking to, his boss and Bastion beats his face. On the job, I'm on top, you been a slow from the style, put a ball to your noggin, now you knock out the block. Cause I'm out of your league, and if you wanna be smart, I'll tag team, get tag team, I know you like seeing stars. Yeah, I'm the Scout.
Damn. Hold on, I'm gonna have to just do a bit of the frame for a second. Damn, the Scout really is actually roasting him pretty fast. Holy damn. Now that's probably why we all know how the Scout does pretty bit efficiently well while he roasts pretty much Jake apparently. Like, dang, dude. That was actually a pretty good line right here that he said. He's going to be like saying, like, I'm on top. And he just says like a few of the words he says on the bottom of the subtitle that says down there in the below that he probably said anyway for those who might catch the line exactly he said. Damn, like seriously, I love the fact when he said I'm on top, and then hold on, he said something with another one he said was on the job, I'm on top. You've been slow from the start. Yeah, now that's the line I liked right here when he said that. Like, yeah, it's probably my opinion anyways at the end of the day for those who might say like, everybody's got opinions, which is still true apparently for those who might want to still understand the part of what Scout said. Damn, like the dude really roasts him that good.
From the style, put a ball to your noggin, now you knock out the block. Cause I'm out of your league, and if you wanna be smart, I'll tag team, get tag team, I know you like seeing stars. Yeah, I'm the Scout, you already know what I'm about. I'll never win with others, I need just to get some clout. And yeah, you didn't strike out, but here was more lucky shot. So tell me, how'd you want to give myself to this gift from God? Sorry, Fresh, we gotta grab a bite another day. Cause I got some chicken legs screaming at my face. Got some easy pickings, but to Paul, I think you're the best. Butterflies in your stomach, there's a bird in your chest.
Damn. Ouch. Oh, God. Ouch. Yeah, that's gotta be painful. And yeah, I probably did notice a little bit of a relook back at somewhere when it was like, oh, when it was probably the time when I reacted to, like, Meet the Team Fortress 2 characters apparently from Red and Blue. Yeah, I actually recently probably know why he had a bird in his chest, so yeah, kind of blame it on Archimedes. Yeah, I wonder why we all pretty much blame Archimedes anyway. That's, Medic's bird apparently that was like the bird that he always has with him with like, when he just like operates the mercenaries apparently just to heal themselves a little bit. So that's probably why. And yeah, that's all I had to say. Anyway, continue.
Oh shit. I got in trouble right away, it became an instant hit. You got in trouble right away because you went and hit up kids. I thought pulling your pocket pistol was worth the price tag, cause that's not what they mean when they say to terrorize trash. You deep-fried dummy, how dense can you really be? Oh, you can't read or write? Makes this game kick into free. And I know you worked on your speed to get ahead of the game, but how are you a star slugger when you can get to first base?
Alright, Chuckle, nothing giving you first to absolutely free. Started as a gaming classic, now a shell of what it used to be. It's still disguising the concept of every other rap. Not even the bots in our lobbies like there's still IPs like that.
Damn! Scout is really getting him right here. Like, man, that's a good choice that he just put out right there. And yeah, I know it's about the bot crisis, which we all hate that at this point. Exactly. You know, when it comes to like, oh, the bots apparently show up at Team Fortress 2 sometimes just to be complete dickheads a little bit at some point. But seems like, like, yeah, it gets annoying afterwards, but to be full honest, I think everybody probably would still be smarter enough to actually get rid of the bots by kicking them out anyway. But if not, then we'll just have to just be patient and just like, I don't know, just end the game from here and there, and that's when they'll just disappear away. I think that's just my advice for anybody. For those who still play the game, yeah, actually just take a little bit of less of my advice anyway, since I probably wouldn't care, but hopefully the bots are still not going to be a problem with anything else, which that's just the only thing what might really annoy other people. But anyway, no offense, but just my opinion in itself anyway. Continue.
Up top bad, you're going home. So when this loser takes a crack, it's on stone. And don't think you run tracks when you lost a train wreck. Cause like that's a musical bomb when you just play left.
Like all the developers that surrounded your game, who were only giving out updates so they kept getting paid. But that lost all Steam defense began to riot.
Hold on a minute. Wait, what did you say about Steam, bruh? What did you say to that? Okay, so the opinion on Steam a little bit, I'm going to say, is just that, well, I have no beef with Steam either. I have to say that they're pretty decent at this point, which I have to say there can be ups and downs for those who can actually agree to disagree for it, which we all understand to that question now, is that, yeah, Steam, like I said, is just pretty dang good, but all I got to say is, like, well, at least Steam did something that was the impossible anyway, so I probably wouldn't be super surprised, but I'd be pretty bit, at least a bit surprised, but not too fully much. But all I gotta say is that, yeah, give a bit of take or less, but all I'm gonna say is, like, I still have, again, no beef with Steam, that's all I'm saying. Just my words only, just careful words, so I'm using them as possible, so thank you. Anyway, back to the video. And yeah, I still actually appreciated the Steam, by the way, to finally get rid of those bots, because I couldn't use the freaking voice commands either, which, bruh, that is so stupid. Like, yeah, thanks to the bot crap, apparently, that actually still probably would have, like, you know, disabled my voice commands on the mercenaries, which still sucked, but all I had to say, at least Steam finally fixed it for me. I was, like, so freaking happy. I was like, man, that was unexpected, but pretty surprised. And I was actually very thankful for that. So, continue.
Your mic's back, so you finally be quiet. And you want to talk father's who disappears quite often. Left your mom after you burnt to slap your ass in a coffin. So just stop being talking. You couldn't do damage clearly. This was over before it started, like your animated series.
Come on, gang.
Bruh. Yeah, I'm just like, bruh, I'm really not gonna ask. Yep, those are the voices in Scout, or pretty much fake themselves apparently in this video. I was like, yeah, pretty much. Yep, that's right. Go ahead and subscribe to pretty much those people, by the way, that did an amazing work and an amazing job indeed. So yeah, I gotta say, very interesting work. And oh yes, before I do continue along in this segment of the video, by the way, is let me tell you guys this. Well, who won in this battle? I gotta say who really won this battle was actually on a few 3 rounds, as I actually probably looked a little noticed right here on these subtitles as I was looking on the bottom of the screen, and it tells me that I have to say that I'm only going to make my guess and see who won like a few times. The only thing I have to recommend and say highly and with doubt is definitely, I think Scout won the first round, actually smacking the hell out of him for that. Which I want to say what my reason was he actually got him on this was that he mentioned about the sites. Like, he mentioned about whatever he mentioned onto that. I was like, damn! Like, brother, he actually got him. You know, just to the point where I was surprised. I was like, wow, that actually is interesting. Very interesting as I never heard of. And no, I did not play the other game, which I'm actually rather stick with Team Fortress 2. I mean, the other game's fine, but I rather just stick with Scout apparently at this point, just to say that, well, yeah, it's a bit decent. It's a bit decent as I could probably say as much, but like I said again, I don't do Team Fortress 2 that often. I only do it sometimes when it's my free time whenever I do that, since, well, I always just got work to deal with anyway and just get videos done. That's what my hobby is, and just do what I gotta do is up every time. So, yeah, that's all I gotta say as of right now. So, anyways, that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to do these 4 things to do is like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified. So, there you go. And oh yeah, as of who won round 2 was probably Jake. I think he won the second round, which I actually was a bit surprised that he actually roasted him for the second part, which was just the round 2 that he did. I was like, what? That is like makes zero sense. Like, yeah, it makes zero sense whenever you think about it. It makes zero sense, but I gotta say that was a little bit kind of fine. But I wasn't kind of aiming for him how he roasted him on the middle part of it anyway in the round 2. So I guess I'll just take that anyway. And oh yeah, as of the third round, how that goes was definitely Scout. But I'll have to admit again that Jake actually was close enough to smack him out for the third one. But my closest opinion on the third was Scout apparently. So yeah, sorry, dude. I think for my opinion, the answer is that even though he did try close enough to win, I'd still say Scout probably won at the third one, apparently, how that was going right at it, because I probably know the reason why that he was right anyway, was that he actually roasted him on the third round. It was the end of the round, apparently, until it was done, which I didn't really kind of counted Jake's vote for the third round, apparently, after that was done, before I could say who won. Yeah, so that's probably my predict of the answer right here, so there you go. And oh yes, by the way, is I hope that you guys do in fact enjoy the video, by the way, and yeah, don't worry about it, folks. I just got a little startled because, well, my grandma just coughed, which I'm not really gonna ask. But anyway, the point is right now I'm gonna get back to this anyway and just start continuing what I have to say. And oh yeah, before we do so, by the way, is I want to tell you guys something is this before we wrap this video completely up, by the way, so that way it won't get too long of this video. So here's what I'm going to say is for those who have not known what I've actually pretty much made exactly was an interesting Friday Night Funkin' version of the version with no music, by the way, because I actually worked pretty hard on it. So for those for those who again didn't actually watch the video, please go again and watch the video, because I actually worked pretty damn hard to work on the entire thing I was working on with with no music, but just sound and voices to know what you guys could hear what they're actually saying without the music. So that's all I probably wanted to tell you guys that about. So anyway, that's all I want to let you guys know is that I did work on week 1, week 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and of course weekend 1. With the same thing with voices and sound without music, which I probably did work on those, by the way, just myself a little bit, just just with different locations that I just made, just different locations, even those aren't a bit real, they're just made by me a little bit, just try to grab from the image and just put it in and just, let the sound play itself and then just test it. So that way I probably worked on that and have it done. And yeah, it was made by the video itself, I think it was made by, I think it was the one that had with with Clip Champ that I made, by the way. It was by Clip Champ that I made on that, by the way, through weekend 1 of the same ones with the voices and sound, not music. So that's all I want to let you guys know about that I actually worked on pretty dang good and worked very hard on it. And yes, there is a compilation for those who want to see the compilation, is that, yeah, you guys will get to see the compilation of the version of the video, like very long, all the way at the end of the timestamp. So That's pretty exciting, right? Yeah, it's very exciting. Since I actually did pretty well on it, so yeah, I recommend to check that out. So, anyways, speaking here is that I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video out and just wrap it up. So, anyways, this being said, as I'm yours truly again, is Golden Devin-Foxy remastered again, and I'll see you guys absolutely in the next video. Take care, everyone. Have an amazing time, an amazing day, and I'm gonna wrap this video up and sign off and sign right out. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. And oh yeah, as in for the Take Men Complete series, I'm gonna react to that soon, and we'll get that right up very soon. You know, the very best possibility as I can, and we'll get to react to that video very soon. So yeah, just stick tight and just enjoy the rest of the video, and I'm gonna go ahead and sign off as of now. So anyway, that being said, thank you, and I'll see you guys next time, and I'll see you guys later. Peace right out. Thank you, and see you guys next time. Bye bye, everyone, and see you later.